You know what time it is. What is up, Soda population? As always, I'm your host of Frozen Stratos, and today we have a brand new YUDO blog to get to, or at least, I say brand new, but this did come out this weekend, so a few days ago. But it detailed everything we're getting out of YUDO Volume 2 for Donbrothers. Sadly, it does not come with the foot soldier, which is typical of most YUDO sets, or at least the most in recent history. I think the only one that didn't come with a foot soldier is this one and the initial YUDO Q Ranger. So yeah, it sucks to see, but they have expanded each figure to 2 boxes instead of the 1, so I guess it does make sense. Anyway, let's take a look at what all we are getting in this set. So first up is Dama Motaro from YUDO 1, and he's holding a brand new blaster. It is the Dawn Blaster with the Phoenix molded in. You can use that to transform into Gold Dawn Momotaro. He looks very, very cheese whizzy. Yeah, they were making a big deal about, hey, we actually molded in the color here. It looks like gold. You know, it's effective enough, at least here, but, you know, to my eyes, it does kind of look a little cheese whizzy. Let me know in the comments if you're seeing that, or if it's just me. But it is supplemented with some actual gold foil stickers. Well, not actual gold, just gold-colored foil stickers. It looks good. And also, the paint apps on here are going to be on the fin, on the back of the head, and then the mouth plate, the cuffs around the elbows, and the cuffs around the knees. So that's pretty standard for a lot of the Donbrothers releases. What isn't standard, though, is the cape. Now, this cape looks a little strange, but it is able to articulate on that joint right there. There are actually 2 joints up in there, and it can have them rotate it side to side, or have it flow out backwards. That way you can get him into all sorts of poses and have the cape just sort of accent it and make it look like there's motion. And to facilitate these poses, we have the brand new weapons. The one we saw before is the Dawn Blaster with the Phoenix attached. It is molded out of that gold plastic I was talking about, and it weirdly looks a lot better here than it does on the figure itself. Not sure what that's about, but my eyes think this is a lot better. Anyways, that's not the only weapon he has, because here is a brand new sword. Now, the one on the left is the sword that we got in YUDO 1. The sword we got on the right here, that's in YUDO 2, and it's a lot more accurate than the one before. Turns out that, you know, a lot of these figures, especially YUDO 1, they're working off of concept art to make these figures, to make these weapons, and now that they have the actual physical model, like the costume and the prop have been made, so they could actually either take those dimensions or at least make it look a little bit more accurate to what we have in the show, and I think it's very, very effective. So definitely a worthwhile pickup, even if you know, aren't really collecting YUDO. I still think this is a value add. Also, turns out that there are 2 different sticker options here. I know some people don't like stickers, but I think this one's valid because you have an option to have a final attack version of the sticker, or you have the standard, normal, just everyday version of the sword if you'd like. And it fits on your original figures as well, and presumably your Change Hero series figures if you feel like collecting an inferior product. Anyway, the old pieces from YUDO 1 do fit onto this one as well, so you can mix and match to your heart's content. That is it for this guy. Let us now move on into Dontora Goku. Yeah, this figure looks pretty good. I don't know. I really do like the contrast between like the cheesy gold and also like the chest shield. I can't tell if that's sticker, because they did this whole, hey, we're pointing out where the paint is, and I think the chest is painted. And then there are some angles where I don't think the chest is painted. I don't know. My eyes are all weird at this point, but the paint that we do know about, it's on the fin, it's on the mouth plate, and it's on the chin. Another thing to note here is that there are these red cheek portions here that actually they didn't figure out what they were painting, so they just finished up the sticker sheet first, and once they figured out their paint details, they were like, oh hey, we actually painted in those cheeks, so stickers number 3 and 4, we don't need them. And I think that's really cool, and we get a relic of, like, you know, like a relic of production, and those are things that I really, really like. And it ain't hurting anybody. You just get some extra stickers with it. Man, I keep flip-flopping on this, but now that I look at it, shoulder pads and the chest armor kind of look like they're paint. I don't know. They didn't specifically call it out, so I can't, like, confirm. It looks like paint to me. Here's a look at the skirt. Now, I am a bit disappointed because YUDO was the one that really perfected the candy toy skirt with a lot of their female figures, but that just did not happen on this guy. I have no idea why. We have this mounting block in the back with ball joints attached, which, you know, we've seen this on Soto, we've seen this even on, I believe, some YUDO figures, but it's really unfortunate because, like I said, YUDO's perfected the waist skirt, so I don't know why they went back and did this block of ball jointage instead. Maybe because they're reusing like a leg mold or something. I'm not 100% sure. But what I do know is this ball joint still allows it to articulate. You can even move the front skirt out, so you can get him in all sorts of squatted poses and whatnot. And he has a weapon. Now, this weapon is just over 15 centimeters tall. It's pretty big. I wondered how it could actually fit in the box, but it turns out it's made out of 2 parts. There's a gold molded part, which is the top of the spear, and then the rest of the staff, which is molded in red. I think that's very effective. They were able to use their plastic effectively, and I really appreciate that. Yeah, and he looks very good. Another weapon that he comes with, or just accessory he comes with, is the main shield. That shield does have 2 mounting points. You can have it mounted lower so that it looks like he's holding the grip, or you can have it mounted a little higher up to free up the hand. That way you can get him into all sorts of poses with the spear, just dual wielding it this way. I really appreciate these options, so yeah, this figure looks great. That's it for him. Let's now move on into the next one, which is Dontora Bolt, and he looks pretty good. There is no like paint layout for this one. They just wanted to say like, hey, you can get him into all sorts of pharaoh poses with the articulation that they've given us. So I think he looks pretty good, and he comes with his axe. Not only the axe, but the shield. And the shield is notable because it is different than Dora Goku's shield. This is Dora Goku. He has Dontora Bolt's gear here at the top. Now he has Dora Goku's gear as shoot, I don't know. Their names get all flubbed up in my head. The thing is, the gears change. Like, we have Dragon Ranger and we have Dontora Bolt here on Dora Goku's shield. Now we have Dontora Bolt here with Dora Goku and Kiba Ranger on his shield. Did I get that right? I think I got that right. I slowed down and I think I got that right. But it looks good. I definitely appreciate the attention to detail there, but really it's just a sticker difference. Like, they didn't really have to do too much outside of change the PNG a little bit. Also, speaking of change, this actually technically is the same weapon in the show. You know this, but the proportions change between the two of them, whether you're using the axe or not. So if you take a look at the sharp portion of the axe, once that, you know, flips up in the show, proportionally it's different now in the spear mode. So, like, you know, the whole movie magic stuff, they always change proportions on us and stuff in Sentai, and they reflected that here. I think it's very effective. And on top of that, since they are separate pieces on both of them, that means you can unplug them and You can make the truncated version of the spear if you want. The one where he does all the gimmickry stuff with it. Or you can make this. This isn't exactly, you know, canon or anything, but it is just a long version of the axe, and I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah, good stuff here. I really appreciate these two, but they are not the only figures in this set. We have one more to talk about who has this weapon. That's right. It's Dominosame. And he looks vicious. I love the look of this figure, and it's always nice to get some purple up in this show. I really like it, and I think it's pretty effective so far. Here's the paint layout. There's silver trim around the eyes, which I take that to mean they painted the faceplate and the eyes silver, and you just put a red sticker over it, so that makes sense. And then you have the cuffs around the elbow and the knee. Yeah, good stuff. Here is the sword on its own, and turns out you can actually mount this to a display stand. Now, this is the Shokugan base. This doesn't actually come with it, but this connector port here, that actually is 3mm compatible. Like, it does have a 3mm peg on the back, so that you can plug it into this base. I did not know those holes were 3mm compatible until this blog, so that's very cool that pointed it out to me. And it keeps the whole sword together, so you can use the separate peg that's on the bladed portion, which is a bit unfortunate, and that plugs into the back if you would like, or you could just have him holding it backhanded. It's good stuff. Not just that, you can actually make it look like he's strumming his gear. Very good stuff here. They look good fighting off each other, and I don't know. I'm really happy with everything that's coming out of this YUDO 2. And you can give the sword to Sonoza, who's coming in the premium Bandai set. Yeah, it looks good. We've seen better images of these guys before, painted images, in fact, and they look very good, so I can't wait to see what the final product is on these. But that is it. This is everything that YUDO has to offer. I believe YUDO 2 and the Noto set, the premium Bandai one with just the 3 villains, I believe that's it. That's all we're probably getting for Donbrothers, and I think they had a pretty strong lineup. This is how the wave is going to be laid out. Like I said, it's going to be separated between 2 boxes per figure. So yeah, and then if you want to know what the boxes look like, if you want to like track these down in store, I know some of you might have stores that do actually carry these, so if you're looking for them, here's what they look like, and here's what the back looks like. And they didn't want to leave us empty-handed because he gave us a little tease for next time. That's right. This is a tease for the next Mini Plow release. There are a few notable exclusions. I don't know if this is the last one. There are some notable exclusions that I've been told about, which kind of sucks, but at least we're getting this one. So look forward to that. Guys, that is it, I believe, for this blog, but that is not it for the coverage of the week, because we actually had a Kamen Rider video that went up yesterday, and if you wanted to get the full information on that, take a look at this video. Click it right now. You can do that. Thank you so much for watching. Did I ask you to hit the like button already? I don't remember. Thanks for watching. Keep it. Whew. I gotta be honest, I recorded this once, or at least I didn't record this once. I just talked. I just talked at nothing and nobody, and I forgot to hit record. Anyway, bye.